Welcome to the amazing virtual design space for the Cricut vinyl cutter machine. I've just logged into my account. There's nothing special about what I've done so far. I'm going to create a new project and we are going to get a little grid. Basically, this is our canvas to work with. And we're going to upload that file, which is right here, and insert image. And there it is. At this point, I can scale it if I need to. These are the dimensions that I designed it in, and I can change that if I wanted to. I want to then go probably make 2 of these because it's nice to use your material wisely and efficiently. So I can use I can kind of like nest them together. And oops, there we go. And if I select everything by holding the Shift key down and selecting multiple things at once, I can weld them together. That's just going to fix them in place. That's actually very useful to make sure that you do the weld command. Sometimes with different text information that you have in there, it can go a little crazy if you don't weld it. So remember to weld it. Pro tip. Okay, make it. All right, awesome. So one of the special things about doing a heat transfer is that we need to mirror our information. So I'm going to turn that on, and it automatically happens inside this program. So I didn't have to do that in my Adobe Illustrator file. I can do all of that within the Cricut program. So that's kind of convenient, but it's good to remember to do that. At this point, I can say OK and continue. And it doesn't see a device because I haven't hooked it up to the machine. Okay, so I have now officially hooked up the machine, and it is actually really quite smart because it's telling me that I have set it to iron on, which I did on the machine, so it knows how to read that, and it gives me a little reminder to put the shiny side down and make sure mirror is turned on, which it is, and it's also shiny side down, so hooray! Everything is loaded. That tool is in the machine, and I'm ready to go. So now I'm going to press the execute button on the Cricut vinyl cutter. Okay, as you can see, it's making a little bit of noise, and right over here we have our cutter, and it is moving the material back and forth. Similar to other machines, it's using G-code to follow the information that we have sent to it that's in our design file. And so it is just simply executing that path right now. And because we simplified our drawing in Adobe Illustrator, it is going pretty efficiently right now. So it has just completed the first fist in approximately 1 minute. That's about the amount of time that we should expect. Okay, we have got our material out of the vinyl cutter, and you can actually see through the backing of it that it was successful. It did not go all the way through, but it went through just the vinyl. So not the plastic, but the vinyl. The next step is called weeding, and I actually like to use this tool right here. Bonus points for anybody who knows what it is. It's a seam ripper for the sewing machine. I guess I just told you what it was, so nobody gets bonus points. It is very useful because you can kind of poke at it, and effectively what you're doing is you are trying to weed out the stuff you don't want. So it's important to kind of keep track of positive and negative space and which you're going for. On really complicated projects, this can get very confusing and difficult to follow. But I will say anybody who is lucky enough, like myself, to get a job in a museum will very likely be doing weeding at some point, because all the signage that you see that's on a museum wall, it's usually done on a vinyl cutter, and some human like myself has to meticulously go through and weed out all the stuff that you don't want to go on the wall. So it's actually very meditative and fun process if you're detail oriented and just kind of like get into a zone. But that's a really great application of a career that would tap into this. So here we go. This is our weeded project of the fist, and it is now ready to go. So some of the things that were maybe a little mysterious initially should start to make more sense at this point. So what you are going to do is you're going to get your t-shirt, and that's what this black material is going to go directly onto the t-shirt. And then this plastic side, that's kind of a fuzzy, opaque color, that is what you will press the iron onto. So it is transferring the heat from the iron safely to the heat transfer material, and then it will fuse to your substrate, which is your garment or your t-shirt.